Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife. If you saw our video last Wednesday, we answered a whole bunch of Disney questions that you guys asked us. But at the same time, you asked us a whole bunch of other questions as well, just kind of general random life questions. So in today's video, we're gonna answer all 20 of those that you asked.
These questions cover a huge range of topics and we're gonna do our best to answer them.
So jumping right in, question number 1. Sherri, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would love to see Italy.
Yeah, I think Italy is probably one of the top of both of our lists. In fact, we're kind of wrestling a little bit with our next international trip. It's down between two places, Italy and then the UK, like Wales, England, Scotland, all of that.
Yeah.
Italy for sure. I think for me, there's kind of two places that I think are up there for me. One, Israel. Just because of like our faith, to me that just feels like such an impactful place to travel, very different than anywhere else in the world. Yeah. For you, you're concerned about safety?
Yep.
Going there. If it was totally safe, would you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah. The second thing for me is it's less of a place and more of a specific experience. It's those over-the-water bungalows that you see in like Fiji or any of those island countries. Yeah. Like, to me, that sounds absolutely magical.
Question number 2. Do we plan on doing vlogmas or the Christmas card exchange? And the answer to that is yes, for sure. On the Christmas card exchange, we're considering vlogmas.
You know, we did vlogmas this last year and we actually really liked it, but it was just a lot of work during what's already a really busy season. I will say for us, the Christmas card exchange last year, the highlight.
So
hands
fun.
down the highlight. So
yeah.
there's no doubt we are doing the Christmas card exchange this year. So many of you guys responded. I cannot wait to see what this year looks like. So definitely that. Tell us in the comments below, do you guys want to see us do Vlogmas? There were things about it we really loved, things about it maybe we didn't love so much. So you guys let us know in the comments below. Do you want to see us do Vlogmas?
And just in case you don't know what Vlogmas is, it's just basically vlogging every single day leading up to Christmas in the month of December.
Yep. Question number 3. What is one silly thing that you guys argue about the most?
So we don't really argue a lot, but probably the temperature of the house is probably something like we're just constantly up and down because I am always cold, like always cold.
I'm always hot, like always.
Clearly.
And so, hey-o. And so it's really funny because like pretty much every night in our house, it doesn't matter if it's January or July, like Sherri's under a heated blanket and I'm just like, why is it so hot?
He has like a fan on him and I'm just like under the blanket.
It's totally true all the time. The temperature is a constant battle in our home, in our car, in our hotel rooms, anywhere we go. We are on opposite sides of the temperature debate.
Yeah. Question number 4, is there a good or affordable vlog camera that you would recommend?
It's a good question. We get questions like this every now and then from people who are looking to start a YouTube channel. You know, one of my marketing clients is a photographer, and one of the things that he says is that the best camera is the camera you have with you, right? And so I would actually say that if you're looking to get started in vlogging, don't be afraid just to use your phone. Right? Like, don't wait for the perfect gear to get started. Just get started with what you have. That being said, if you are wanting to take your vlog game to the next level, one of the things that we've found that has helped us is to buy refurbished. Right? Like the camera that we're using right now is the Canon G7X Mark II, and we saved probably $200 buying it refurbished off the Canon site. So I would say find the camera you want, see if you can find maybe a refurbished option. You can save some money that way. Now you guys, question number 5 is hands down the question we got more than any other question in this video or the Disney video. This is the question you guys ask us more than anything else. Number 1, are we always going to stay in Alaska? And if we left Alaska, where would we want to live? Honestly, we talk a lot about this. We don't know that Alaska will be home for us forever. We really love Alaska. There are a lot of things that we love about this, but at the same time, I think even now, more than 5 years ago, we could potentially see ourselves living outside of Alaska one day. We're not moving, you know, we have no plans to move in the immediate future. But Sherri, if we were to, or when we do leave Alaska, ideally, where would we want to live?
Probably the Pacific Northwest. Washington, Oregon area.
Yeah, we really love those areas. In fact, I think if you pushed us and said we had to leave Alaska today, where would we go?
Portland.
We'd probably move to Portland. I did see somebody else ask the question, where would we move internationally? And we both 100% agree on this.
Ireland.
Ireland for sure. Ireland, when we visited there a number of years ago, we both left Ireland saying, not only we could live there, it'd be amazing to live there.
Yeah.
So for us, either Portland, Oregon, or Ireland.
Mm-hmm. Question number 6. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Great question. I think we would both probably agree, if we had to guess, probably the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get a little bit theological here with you. But if you believe the Bible story of creation, you see that Adam and Eve were created before Cain and Abel, right? So we clearly...
the animals were all created.
Yeah, completely. So we clearly see God creating something that already is, right? He creates things with age that are already established. So... probably a more theological answer than you would expect from a chicken or the egg question, but that's how we would answer it. All right, question number 7. Sherri, are there any YouTubers you'd like to meet in person?
Yes. I think it would be super fun to hang out with Sophia Nygaard and her boyfriend Tyler. They just seem like really fun people, and I love all of their videos.
Yeah, super relatable, approachable, down to earth, like not stuffy.
No.
We like watching them. I think also for us, Jenna and Julian.
Yes, for sure.
We love...
because he and Julian are the same person.
It's actually pretty funny. Like Sherri will say, you do that all of the time. So apparently we're both Aries, so I guess that explains it.
Yep.
For me, probably top of my list is Shay Carl. Shay was the first vlogger I ever started watching, probably the first YouTuber I ever subscribed to. And I've watched him go through like super big highs from selling his company to Disney to super like huge lows from stuff that he's gone through even in the last couple of years. And for me, I just love that I've gotten to follow along with his entire journey, both good and bad. So I would love to meet him. And also, honestly, just even practical stuff. Like without Shay, I don't think we ever would have started our channel.
Right.
Right? Like we saw the impact and example that he and his family were. And so we thought, well, let's do that ourselves. But then also on like a weight loss journey, a lot of you guys don't know this, I've lost like 100 pounds since I was at my heaviest. And a lot of that was Shay and his Shay loss stuff that he pushed back then. So for me, Shay, probably just to say thanks.
Question number 8. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
You guys are really hitting the hard-hitting questions on this one, digging deep, guys. But I actually do have an answer because there was a study through Cornell University where a wildlife, and this is not a joke, where a wildlife biologist actually measured the area inside a typical woodchuck's burrow, their home, and from this, basically, they estimated that if the hole inside the burrow was filled with wood instead of with dirt when they were hollowing out, it would have come to about 700 pounds of wood. So, I would say that if woodchuck could chuck wood, it would be about 700 pounds to dig out its burrow. Boom.
You asked, we answered.
You asked and we answered. That's what we do. We provide a service.
Question number 9. Is your being terrible at fantasy football hereditary, or is it a learned behavior?
That's rude. That's just rude. This is from a friend of mine who we play in the same fantasy football league. I took 3rd last year, okay? I was in the money. I got paid out for playing, so I'm not terrible, and I'm not even gonna justify this question with a response, just next. Question number 10, if you had to pick just one, Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out?
Chick-fil-A.
It's not even a question for you,
Not
right?
even a competition.
I really like In-N-Out, but I would definitely pick Chick-fil-A too. I feel like there are more restaurants like In-N-Out.
You can get a burger anywhere.
Okay, there's a line you're getting awfully close to, Sherri. Pump the brakes, Sherri. But there are a lot of restaurants that are more similar to In-N-Out than restaurants that are similar to Chick-fil-A. So I would agree, Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Question number 11, does Sherri like you with a beard? And how long would she let you grow it?
Well, I do like the beard. It took me a minute when he first started to grow it.
I've had facial hair the whole time Sherri's known me. Since I was like 14, 15, 16. I've always had like a goatee, but never a full beard till after we were married.
Right. And so he started growing that several years ago, and I was not real sure about it, but now I really like it. But this is about as long as I like it. Any longer than this, and I feel like it's getting like scruffy and scraggly. This is a great length. I
agree. This is about as long as I like it, or this is about as long as I've ever gone. So yeah, I like it, and I'm glad you do too.
Yeah.
Because it's not going anywhere.
He's so handsome.
Thank you.
Question number 12. Would you let Sherri, me, braid your beard into mini braids, and would you wear them for a month?
Yes, I would let Sherri braid my beard into mini braids. I would not wear it for a month. I would wear it for like a weekend or maybe like to Coachella, but not for a month. So mini braids, yes. For a music festival, not for a month.
I don't think it's long enough for braids.
Prove it. I bet we could get mini braids.
Well,
Are you kidding me? Look at this. Like that?
I think that we could do like little ponies, but I don't think that we could actually braid it.
Okay, maybe not braid it, but little ponies. 100 little ponies.
Oh.
Nice. Question number 13. How long have you been in Alaska?
As of August 14th, yesterday, I have been here for 15 years.
And I have been here for 35 years. Family moved here when I was 3 years old, so for quite a while.
Number 14, do you watch TV shows together? And if so, which ones?
We don't watch a ton of TV, honestly. If we watch TV, it's normally competition shows like American Idol, America's Got Talent, The Voice, those kind of things. Yeah. Other than those, really not much. Most of what we watch is like YouTube or maybe Netflix.
Yeah. And really, even those TV shows, we tend to get really far behind on them, and then like the winner is announced and it's all over social media, and we're like, all right. So yeah, we end up not actually finishing the seasons.
We're the
9
worst.
times out of 10.
It's like, oh, you're 9 episodes behind on The Voice, and I now know who won, so I'm not going to watch the rest of the show.
Right.
So we're good at starting stuff, terrible at finishing it.
Right. Question number 15, why do you want to try Skyline Chili?
So this was asked by our friend Britton. She recently posted a photo on Instagram of her and I think her family eating Skyline Chili, and I made a comment on that it was something that I wanted to try. I think probably the reason being, one, it's pretty iconic, right? It's, if you don't know what Skyline Chili is, basically it's spaghetti noodles and chili on top. I love spaghetti noodles and I love chili.
From Cincinnati?
From Cincinnati, yeah. It's like an iconic Cincinnati food. I don't know, I've just always heard about it. I've never tried it, and someday, hopefully, I'll get to.
Question number 16, have you ever thought about acting or hosting or radio? You have a likable personality. I'm guessing this is directed at him.
I do get the question about like acting or voice stuff a lot, and I've actually done some of that. I've done some commercial work, which has always been a ton of fun. I've really enjoyed doing that. I actually would like to do more of that. One of the things I've always wanted to do is host a podcast. That to me sounds super, super fun and intriguing. Honestly though, it just comes down to time, right? Like, we're just super busy already, and so adding another creative outlet, I just don't have time for it. So have I thought about it? Yes. Would I like to do more of it? Yes. Question number 17, how did the two of you meet? What is your love story?
Aww. We actually made a video about this. We will post it below. Just about how we met, and
yep, we told our whole story. And it's been watched a bunch of times. People seem to like it. We had a ton of fun making it and putting it out there. So link down below.
It's my favorite story.
Thank you. Mine's the Bible.
Okay. Question number 18. Living in Alaska, do we feel like we live in the United States or in another country?
I'd say yes and no. It definitely feels like we live in the United States, but at the same time, you know, when we travel internationally, we always tell people that we're Alaskan, right? Like, we don't normally say that we're American just because of some of the stigmas of that around the country. But for whatever reason, people love Alaska. Everywhere we've traveled, when we say we're Alaskan, like, people want to have conversations with us and talk about that. So I would say we view ourselves as Alaskan and then American.
Yeah.
But it definitely, I would say it doesn't feel like we're part of another country.
Yeah, but it does feel like we're part of the United States, but it kind of doesn't. Like, I feel like the rest of the United States kind of forgets that we're here.
Yeah, we definitely feel detached, that's for sure.
Because we are, actually.
Well, physically, yes, right. We're literally detached.
Right. Question number 19, what denomination church do you go to?
So for our whole marriage, we've gone to a non-denominational church. Sherri was raised in the missionary denomination. It's a smaller denomination, primarily Indiana, Midwest-ish. I have gone all over the map. I have gone to a independent Baptist church. I've gone to an Assemblies of God and pretty much everything in between. But for us, we've always just landed at non-denom churches. And the last question number 20. This is a great question to end on. What is your favorite memory so far of your time together?
I think this one's impossible to answer because we've been together for 15 years, but we've known each other for like 23 years, and I think it's just really hard to pick a favorite memory. We have a lot of really, really great memories.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier kind of when we read the question, and that's one of the things that we feel really thankful for, honestly, in life, is that, you guys, it's been really great. Yeah. You know, you hear a lot of times in marriages about oh, we had a rough year, the first year was really hard, or when the honeymoon phase wore off, or the 7-year itch. We haven't had any of that. Now, we have no like magical solution to how to avoid that stuff. Even great marriages have rocky patches. We totally understand that. But just for us, we just haven't, that hasn't been part of our experience. Honestly, we have years and years of just really great memories together, doing cool stuff, and just, I don't know, it really feels like to us, I think that life keeps getting better and better and better. And so it's hard for us to pick one memory when it seems like the whole time has been amazing.
So thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions for us, please leave them in the comments below. We would love to interact and answer them if we can.
Yeah, we'd actually like to do more of these Q&A videos throughout the year. The last one we did, well, we did the Disney one last week, and then we did a Q&A video, I think about a year ago. So we'd like to do these a couple times throughout the year, just because I know there's a lot of you guys out there who like find our channel and have questions you want to ask us. So please, comments below. We'll do our best to answer those. You guys, we love you. Thank you so much for watching our video, and we will see you on Friday with the next LeggLife video.